Cruise news. Royal Caribbean is introducing a new fee. Cruise ships are rescuing people on the high sea, and Halloween is almost here. So we'll see what the cruise ships are doing. Let's find out. Hello, my fellow cruisers. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom, your host, and this is Cruising with Tom's Day Trips. And this is the Cruise News, September 4th, 2025. Got 4 things we're going to talk about, so let's get right to it. First thing we're going to talk about is Carnival Cruise Line has introduced a non-alcoholic drink package to their lineup. It is called Cheers Zero Proof. So if you don't want to drink alcohol, but you want to drink everything else from sodas to energy drinks to juice, this is a drink package for you. So when you book your cruise, ask about this drink package and book it right there. All right, that's Carnival Cruise Line. That's number 1. The number 2, we're going to talk about 3 instances where the cruise ships have come to the rescue of people in distress on the high seas. First one we're going to talk about is Holland America. Holland America Zuidam rescued 2 people right off the coast of Boston. They had a distress call. The Coast Guard asked for help. Holland America was right there, rescued these 2 people, got them safely on board, and then transferred over to the Coast Guard ship, and then went on their way to do their New England, Canada cruise. Right place at the right time. You hear so much negativity in the cruise industry, it's good to hear some good stuff that they're doing. And about the same time in the Mediterranean, Royal Caribbean Voyagers of the Sea came to the rescue of a refugee lifeboat. There was a lifeboat with refugees on it. They had a distress call. The local Coast Guard asked for help. Royal Caribbean was there, got them safely on board, and then got them over to the Coast Guard ship, and then continued on their voyage. Right place at the right time, I said. And then there's a cruise line called Resort World Cruises. The Genting Dream comes to the aid of a stranded boat in the Strait of Malacca. And they'll got them safely on board, got them to the Coast Guard, and then they'll continue cruising. It's good to hear these stories where cruise ships are actually helping aid people in distress. So it's a good thing. So I thought that was a good story to tell, and that is story number 2. Now, if you're still with me, which I hope you are, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you nothing. Little button on the bottom, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You get notified when my videos come out. Helps me out quite a bit. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It helps the channel. Thank you in advance. All right, now the third one we're going to talk about is Halloween. Halloween is coming upon us, and there's 7 cruise lines that are actually going to be having Halloween parties, Halloween activities on their cruise ships. So the first one we're going to talk about is Carnival. Basically, Carnival has something called the Frightful Fun Halloween. They're going to be doing Halloween parties, different type of drinks, different activities throughout their cruise. So this is something you might want to look into. The second one is Disney. Halloween on the high seas. The way Disney does Halloween. Very family orientated, very pleasant. Just a fun time. If you have kids, definitely a good thing to go to because it is Disney, and it would be definitely family orientated. So Margaritaville at Sea has called Sail the Haunted Seas. Same thing with the different type of activities. And then there's the next 4 don't really have any names of the Halloween, but they're going to be doing Halloween parties, drinks, different type of activities throughout the cruise. MSC has a Halloween cruise. Virgin Voyager has a Halloween Voyager. Of course, Virgin Voyager is definitely adult, so you can assume how their Halloween's going to be compared to Disney. It's going to be a little bit more wilder. So if you want something more adult orientated, Virgin Voyager might be the place to go. NCL is going to have Halloween activities, and so is Royal Caribbean. So if you like Halloween, if you're really into Halloween, look into a Halloween cruise. And I guess they're a lot of fun. I've never been on a Halloween cruise. I'd like to do a Christmas cruise, but not definitely a Halloween cruise. So I'm not into it, but some people are. So call your cruise line, find out what's going on. So that's number 3, so far. Okay, now number 4, Royal Caribbean is introducing a new fee for people who are no-show on specialty dining reservations. So if you have a reservation for specialty dining and you don't let them know ahead of time, hey, I can't go, I'd like to cancel, and they have time to fill it, if you are a no-show, don't let them know anything, they will give you basically a penalty fee. They're going to charge you a fee for no-show, actually for being inconsiderate and not letting them know that you're going to be canceling your dining reservations. The fee has not been given yet from Royal Caribbean, but I'm assuming it must be a good substantial fee to deter people from just not showing up. And to me, it's very inconsiderate just not to show up for a reservation. At least call them up and say, hey, I can't make it. At least they can fill it, and not have an empty seat. They have a business to run, and that's probably why they're doing it. There's a lot of people that are no-shows on all cruise lines, so maybe other cruise lines might take the way of doing it and doing it on their cruise line. So anyway, this is 4 topics today on the cruise news. Hopefully this was very informative, entertaining, and I do appreciate you showing up. And from a Halloween, which is an awesome time, to Royal Caribbean basically cracking down on people being irresponsible, it's a good thing. All right, now just remember this: a bad day on a cruise ship, no matter what happens, is a lot better than a good day at work, any day. And it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, so enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching.